Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to learn about Anglo Saxon period. So it started from 650 to 1066 and then we had Norman attack. After that it became Anglo-Norman period from 1066 to 1130 AD. Now in Anglo-Saxon there are not very much important question. The only important things are first, when did Norman conquest happen, and that is 1066. And then again there is an important question that which is the plague in age of Sorcerer. So which year it was there? So it was in 1348 and it was called Black Death. That was the time when plague was prevalent, or plague took a lot of lives, and that was why it was called Black Death. Now Anglo-Saxon were the people who lived in the old Britain, which was also called Great Britain or Celtic Britain. And there were a number of tribes that were living there. They were robbers, Vikings, Jutes, Normans, Anglo-Saxons, and these were the tribes which were having regular fights amongst them, regular scuffles amongst them. So now Anglo-Saxon again in 1066 Norman attacked, and after that it became Anglo-Norman. And when Norman attacked, they brought with them the French language, and the French language influenced the English language. And now let's study what were the chief characteristics of Anglo-Saxon period. So it was medieval period. It was the period which was having the people which who were having blind faith. They were believing in gods, they were believing in demons, and they were believing in devils. So it was that kind of era. Now let's talk about some of the epics of Anglo-Saxon periods, and we have only very few registered, recognized works. Other than that, we have most of the works which are not recognized as to who wrote them. The first one is Beowulf. So now Beowulf, Beowulf, Beowulf is again a text which does not have the name of writer in it. Nobody, no surety about who wrote it, and it is a classical epic of Anglo-Saxon period. And Beowulf is a classical epic. So there is a mercenary king there in the story, and he has hired a person who is a mercenary to solve all his problems. So he was troubled by a demon who was called Grendel, and again he calls Beowulf. Beowulf comes and kills him. So it shows a very idealistic ways of dealing with the problems. And then another important work is Pearl, which is not very important. Just important thing is that it was a long poem. It was having 30 to 40,000 lines, and it was written in octosyllabic couplet. Now then again it was Bad Seed. It was another work, not important. And we have a only work which was registered and recognized work. It was written by Geoffrey Mammoth, and it was called Historia Regum Britannia. This was a literature which was written in octosyllabic couplet. Now the octosyllabic couplet or iambic pentameter was not the one which is prevalent in the modern time, but it was the one which was in old style. It was consisting of decasyllabic couplet, and there was in that time there was not the kind of English that is known today. There were lots of tribal languages, and Norman conquered England in 1066 AD, and from there onwards it was called Anglo-Norman Age. There was Battle of Hastings or Norman conquest, which happened in 1066 AD, after which there was conquest of Norman over this area, and they influenced Anglo-Saxon literature in their own ways, in their Norman ways, and literature became now Anglo-Norman Saxon. And Chaucer also came to influence it. He came with his own base of Latin and French, France, which was prevalent at that time, and he started developing his own kind of literature. And Latin developed, and it influenced the English language the most, and it was called Anglo-Saxon uh, and in from Anglo-Norman, because their language was French, so they influenced this using French. So because the language was French, so Anglo-Norman influenced it in language which was French, and in Anglo-Saxon influence in Latin. So that is it for today. Thank you, everyone.